In today's video, I'm going to be sharing common mistakes you have to avoid if you plan on moving to Canada, or if you're already in the process of moving to Canada. Please do not make these mistakes, please guys. What's up everyone? I am Tobi Adekeye and I provide you with the tools and resources for moving to Canada, life in Canada, and achieving the Canadian dream. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a video from me. And if you're enjoying this content, please smash the like button so I know that you're enjoying the content, and I would really appreciate it, guys. The first thing I need to say is information is key. Let me spell it out. Information is key. Actually, the right information is key. The first mistake people make is not doing their research. Please do your research on the country you're moving to. The country, the province, the city, whatever it says, do your research on where you're moving to. Just because other people moved there and they were okay with it doesn't mean you might be okay with it. Do your research on raising a family there. Do your research on surviving there. Do your research on your industry there. You can check my reality of life in Canada video. I'm going to link it up here. Check out your job industry in Canada. There are actually some industries and professions that you might be better off living in another country when you factor the demand for that industry in the country, your take-home salary for that industry if you're in Canada versus if you're in another country. So please do your research on that. Just because everybody is coming to Canada right now, like Canada is the popping place, doesn't mean that you have to come to Canada. You might be better off living in America, you might be better off living in England or other places. So please do your research on that. If you're a student, please do your research before you come to Canada. Do your research on the course you are taking. I've said this in a lot of my videos. Please do your research. There's some industries that you actually need masters for, so do your research and know that. So if you know that okay, you're coming to Canada for undergrad, know that you must do masters when you're done. Like now I know architecture, if you want to really advance in it and make something out of it, you actually need a master's for architecture. People want everything given to them, everything handed to them. They don't want to do research. They don't want to take out their own time to do their own little research. Time is money in Canada, so most times it's really difficult for people in Canada to do the research for you. Do your research yourself. It is even you that is coming. It is not the person's destiny. It is not the person that anything is going to affect. It is you is going to affect. So at least do your research yourself, understand things yourself. Like now a lot of people have emailed me, and when I reply emails I make sure I add links, especially when it's something about Canadian immigration. I tell you my own input or what I have to say, summarize some things for you, and I give you a link to where you can find these things. There was someone that sent me an email and I did all of that, and you know Nigerians now, Nigerian people, and he was like, please don't be sending links to me, just tell me what it is, tell me straight, just give it to me like that. And if you even want to come to Canada and you're serious about it, you have to be able to do your research yourself. You have to be able to read yourself. Nothing will be handed to you. Nothing will actually be handed to you. You have to be able to do everything yourself. I'll tell you, I came to Canada when I was 16, and you'll become independent by force. So even imagine people that were like are already older. Me, I came when I was 16. I was still young, but by force, by fire, you have to be independent. Everything is yourself. So if you like spoil your name yourself because you did not read something or because you did not research, you are on your own or you're lower. You are responsible for reading fine prints yourself. Nobody will read fine prints for you. A lot of things here have fine prints. You're responsible for reading fine prints. You're responsible for all your research yourself, because in Canada there are a lot of hidden things. That's why I said information is key. If you don't have the right information, you miss out on a lot of things. So you just have to get into the habit of doing research yourself, reading things yourself and stuff like that. People will definitely help you. I'm here to help you, but still, it is you. It is your own journey. You still have to be able to do the research and really help yourself with that. Let me know in the comment section if you did your research before moving to Canada or any other country abroad. Did you do your research, or did you just want to jump out from Nigeria? Because everybody just wants to jump out from Nigeria. They are like, whatever it is, I'll take it in Canada, even if it's 6 jobs a day, I will take it, whatever it is. Let me know if you did your research, and if you're doing your research now with my videos, let me know in the comment section. So just bust my brain small, make me happy small. Number 2 is doing what is called follow. If you're Nigerian, you know what I mean. Follow, just following other people's experiences. This is a good thing, and sometimes it can be a bad thing in a way, because everybody's journey to Canada is unique. I have a project and something I'm working on about that. Shout out to my friend Bilkis and one of my subscribers, Joy, for sending me an email about that idea. Thank you so much. But yeah, you guys should watch out. Just because something worked for your friend does not mean to work for you in Canada. For example, the Ontario PNP, OINP, for people that do masters here, like let me say you have a friend in Nigeria that came for masters here, and the person was like, oh, I didn't even need to do express entry. Ontario has a stream for masters students. You don't even need job offer. As long as you're done masters, you apply, and you now be like, okay, because of that, I'll go and do masters in Canada. I don't want to do express entry. You now come do masters or you're lower, like you are on your own, because right now in Ontario they've not actually opened the master stream this 2020. They've not looked at it. They've not opened the master stream. New immigration programs come up every time. Some programs and immigration law changes every time, so you have to always check it yourself. So because it worked for Bola in 2018 does not mean it's worked for you in 2020. So just remember that you are coming to Canada yourself, so don't do it based on other people's experiences. And as I said, it's a good thing and a bad thing to follow people's experiences. Sometimes it actually really helps you. A lot of times, sometimes it limits your journey to Canada. Just because your neighbors came to Canada for masters and now got PR after their masters does not mean you have to come to Canada for masters. A lot of times you can actually apply outside Canada as a permanent resident, and you don't even need to do masters in Canada, and it actually save you a lot of money, and you even become a PR before the people that came in Canada for masters. So please do your research and don't limit your mind to only what you've seen people do. I know it's good a lot of times, but sometimes you can actually go a different route and it will work for you. Just because your family and friends in Canada or someone you really like in Canada lives in Toronto or Vancouver doesn't mean you should now move to Toronto or Vancouver. Just because they say, oh, Vancouver is not really cold does not mean you should now move to Vancouver. Do you have Vancouver money? Do you have Vancouver money? Do you want to be living hand to mouth? Except you're not living hand to mouth there, then yeah, you can move there. But if not, you might be better off in other provinces and other cities. So please do your research on that. Check my video of cost of living in Canada. I'll link it up here. And in that video, I provided real numbers for what I pay in Canada per month. I have a guide there that actually shows real numbers of what my other friends in other cities pay. Why I said you should not follow your friends or family to live in Toronto or Vancouver if they live there is because you don't know whether they have high paying jobs, and you know, especially with Nigerians, or if you're coming from Africa, people don't talk about money. So you don't know whether they have high paying jobs, number one. Number two, you don't know whether they are living hand to mouth. And they will not tell you that they are living hand to mouth. They'll be doing guide for you. You don't know whether they are just saying they live in Toronto, meanwhile they don't live in Toronto. And because you don't know Canada well, you now feel like they're living in Toronto. Because a lot of people around GTA area, people from like Peel region, Brampton, Mississauga, Oakville, they like claiming Toronto and they don't live in Toronto. So they'll not tell you, I live in Toronto, I live in Toronto. You now come and go to Toronto, you settle in Toronto, you now go and start renting in Toronto and all. And they'll be living in their Mississauga or Brampton or Oakville, where cost of living is a bit cheaper than Toronto. You are now the one that will be paying all the money and be suffering. On top, someone told you, oh, they live in Toronto. Meanwhile, they live in a different city. Brampton, Mississauga, places like that are in a different city. They are not in the city of Toronto. So please do your research. You don't have to live in the big cities when you come. You can wait, get experience, get a job, get experience, then move to the bigger cities if you want to. And you can always drive down. A lot of these cities have smaller cities around that you can drive down to Toronto during the weekend or whenever you want. Please always remember your aim for coming to Canada, which is to have a better life if you're like me. And remember that it is what you keep at the end of the month that counts, your peace of mind that counts, and all of that. So always remember that when you're making decisions. Don't just go with, oh, because it's big, because everybody is there, because it looks nice, because I want to let them know that yes, I've landed Canada. And also don't be discouraged because they'll tell you, oh, some places are very cold. I know it's more affordable, but it's very cold. You will get used to the cold. I have older people in my church, like women that are like 80 years old, that are in Canada and live in Canada, and they are used to it. And if they're used to it, trust me, you'll get used to it. And there's Rob, so don't think about that. Number 3 is not being strategic. I'm going to say this is not your father's country. So you have to be very strategic even before you come to Canada. Before you think of coming to Canada, be strategic. Do your research. Know what will work for you. Know what you should avoid. Know what you should do. Know where you should live. Be strategic about things like that. Don't just come to Canada just to come to Canada, just to japa. You have to come to Canada to enjoy yourself here. A lot of people come to Canada and they are not really enjoying themselves. So come to Canada, enjoy yourself. You don't want rent and cost of living to be choking you like this. So be strategic with everything you're doing so you can actually achieve the Canadian dream you came for. Because just because you're in Canada doesn't mean you've achieved the Canadian dream. Let me repeat that. Just because you are in Canada does not mean you've achieved the Canadian dream. Yeah, you've come to Canada or you are in Canada doesn't mean you've achieved the Canadian dream. Number 4 is not applying for jobs before you come. Yes, I know it's very, very, very hard. There's a very, very, very slim chance of you to get a job from outside Canada, except you're very competitive or you are specialized in a particular field. Even tech, like when everybody says tech, everybody is doing tech, everybody is learning tech, everybody is learning coding and everything like that. There are a lot of boot camps. So even with that too, I feel like it's still very competitive or very hard to come to Canada, even if you're doing tech. But please start applying for jobs before you come to Canada. Even if there's no chance or you feel like there's no chance, still apply to jobs before you come to Canada. And you never know, something might happen. You might be that 1%. Why I say you should apply to jobs is so you can notice patterns for their job postings in your field, understand what is working on your resume, what is not working on your resume, change things up, know what works or what you should add or what skills you need to get or things like that. Get a feel of things before you come to Canada. So when you come to Canada, you are already prepared and you can actually land your dream job early enough in Canada. Number 5 is misinformation. Don't do hearsay. If you know what is called hearsay, let me know in the comment section. Don't do hearsay. Oh, I heard say, whatever it is, don't do hearsay. Do your own research. Please confirm information you hear. If it's about immigration or anything like that, go to canada.ca. Everything you want to know about immigration is there. So confirm anything you hear. Don't just be hearing from anybody. Even people in Canada, a lot of times don't even know things or don't know the right things. So just because they're in Canada doesn't mean they're right about things or they know what is right and what is wrong. So please, there's internet now. Confirm information you are hearing. You hear all sorts of things. You hear some things like, oh, student route is the best option. Don't even try express entry. You'll sit down there for a long time. Please, did you try the express entry? Did you sit down for a long time? I know, okay, obviously, just because someone is saying something to you, you should take the person's advice or whatever, but please, do it for yourself too. Have you tried the express entry? You don't know if that person that is telling you, oh, express entry did not get ITA or whatever. You don't know if that person has less points. You don't know if you can get more points than the person. So because the person did not get enough points and was telling you, oh, express entry, don't do it, you now miss your way of coming to Canada as a permanent resident. Or you hear stories about IELTS exam, about language test exam. They'll say, it's very hard. Don't do it. Run away. Come to Canada without doing it. Find a school in Canada that doesn't require IELTS. Let me tell you, even if you find a school in Canada that doesn't require IELTS, when you come here, when you now need to apply for your permanent residence, you will still do it. So that thing that you're running away, it will still meet you in the face. So don't listen to what anybody has to say. I know everybody's journey is unique. Some people will do the IELTS once and get it. Some people will do it 2 times, 3 times, 5 times. And it doesn't even mean you don't understand English or whatever. The IELTS test is something you actually need to prepare for. Their format is different from just speaking. This is not how I'll speak in my IELTS test. The way I speak with you guys, I speak like I'm talking to my friends. This is not how I'll speak. If you check the link in my description box in this video, you actually find IELTS resources. So you find practice tests, demos, and useful tools to help you prepare for your IELTS test. So check the link in that video. I'm curious, let me know things you've heard about moving abroad or coming to Canada. All this hearsay. Let me know in the comment section, like things you've heard about moving to Canada, about moving abroad. Let me know in the comment section. Number 6 is rushing to move to Canada. Please, there's no rush. So you might actually not have a job for months when you get to Canada. So that's why they ask for proof of funds to be sure you'll be able to at least sort yourself out for a few months when you get here. So please try and save up for your proof of funds, and I'll even advise you save more than the proof of funds. Work some more back home, save money, hustle and things like that, and I promise you Canada will be open for you when you're ready. I promise you it will be open for you when you're ready. This is a land made of immigrants, so it will be open for you when you're ready. So please still make decisions for yourself. Be open to doing your own research, listen to what people have to say, filter some things and balance everything, and you won't make these mistakes. I hope this was valuable to you, and if it was, please smash the like button and let me know in the comment section which point stood out to you the most, like which point you really agree with or what you think about the points. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell. Please don't forget to share this video with your family, friends, and everyone so they don't make these mistakes and so they can share to other people to avoid these mistakes. Thank you guys. See you in my next video.